This is Samson. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
This is Samson. He's the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of Port Town. So put some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. Not the big one. See how I'm starting like this here, and that's small one. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. I'm a beginner, senior beginner. Okay, the sweat is the bottom. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is a city of beginners, and they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk, and I'm going to be the one to put it in the sidewalk if I ought
way, blame your move on your way. The best I can, that won't be a poor and then go by you. I'll ride you, cry your way, you were your power. Toro away, they have our black no way. Toro away, Totore. By your Maraca, your way. By your way. The man on your way. I know. Yes,
Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. Not the big man. See how it's working like this here? And that's small work. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. We begin to see the beginner. Okay? Again, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of beginner. And they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm not telling you. They put it in the sidewalk. And I'm going to be the one to put it in the sidewalk. If I all do it. Good evening, folks. Samson to Liberia Public Radio. We want to thank you all for trooping in this evening. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. All we ask, all 165 of you, if you can just share this video to as many brothers and sisters as possible, we will really do appreciate you. Then we do appreciate you, but we will appreciate it more. Again, thank you for joining us this evening. We're going to be discussing all things Liberia as usual. My name is Samson Brown Toll, the liberal. Blaku, the liberal, is here again tonight. We will try our best to give you what we believe to be the truth. You can judge it for yourself. We're not here to impose our will on you. You decide which way you want to go. Just all we ask is that give us the opportunity to say and to give you our view. You don't have to take our view.
but we ask that you give us the opportunity to present our case to you. And if our case makes sense to you, we appreciate it. If not, you can always um, disagree, and we ask you to disagree with us if you think you need to disagree with us. Please share this video, share it to as many people as possible. This is Samson Toll. Conversation with Samson Toll, host, is here this evening, and we're not here to play around. We are not here to take prisoner. We are not here for any fun or whatsoever. Yeah, we poke fun from time to time, but we're very serious. These things that require time. We're not here to waste our time. And we're here for a very serious, serious business. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Safety, safety, Lord Jesus, we want to ask you again for your continued blessing. We want to ask you again for your continued mercy on all of us. We thank you for that. We thank you for everything. My Lord, because of you, we are here. Because of you, we are here. We have faith in you. We know your capabilities are boundless, endless. My goodness, my Lord. And because of that, we come to you every evening to pray that you continue to bless us, extend our lives. We know good things are yet to come, but we know they're in the pipeline. We want to thank you for that. We want to thank you for everything, my Lord. For our lives, the mercy that you continue to install on us. Our life, the opportunity, blanket of opportunity that you provide for us. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord, at this age, and you're still giving us the wisdom to do what is good. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to provide the bread for our family. Thank you. Thank you for everything, giving us the opportunity to even share laughter with friends, relatives. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. We'll come before you again tonight to say, my Lord, we ask that the Republic of Liberia and the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed. That the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Boakai, be blessed. Bless his hand whenever he knocks, whatever door he knocks. Bless his hand, whatever he touches. My Lord, we ask that you extend his life, guide him, stay with him. You brought President Baka to us for a reason. We ask that you continue to guide him, stay with him, give him wisdom to do what is good for our people. And we want to thank you for that. We want to thank you this evening for the host country. We ask that the host country be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. So this is where we are tonight. Samson to Labra Pabrito. So I have you on here from Page Africa, Guinea Soldier Holding Peace Talk. After Tabata, that's fine. We also have with us here tonight from Front Page Africa, President Baka named Zanka, LDA Director General. Zanga, and I believe Zanga has some opposition in previous government. Zanga had a position in previous government. President Joseph Boakai Senior has dismissed. Blah 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 in charge. Okay. He has brought in Daniel D. Zanga Jr. as a agency new director, of course. Okay, so Zanga, uh, who is has appointed Major General retired Daniel D. Zanga Jr. as Director General of the. Okay, so Zanga knows the terrain, and we believe. But what I want to talk about here a little bit is the process itself. From my perspective, and like I said, those of us that supported President Bakai when he was seeking the office, we have no shame to criticize when we see it fit. Now, our criticism might not sit well with many of our brothers and sisters, but what good it is if we all so say one, so say, or President Bakai said, we're not going to do the same thing over and over. We're not going to do business as usual. That includes so say one, so say, or he doesn't like that. And I will say this. Now, the former DEA officer in charge, who was not being, according to the report, who was not being dismissed, he asked to recuse himself. He asked to recuse himself. And when he did that, he specified, he said that way the investigation will be peaceful, not only peaceful, but it will be transparent. But President Bakai, with his own wisdom, and I'm not going to question his wisdom, but through his advisor, decided to give 48 hours for the investigation because he deemed it very necessary for the investigation. And so he gave it 48 hours. Now, the 48 hours issue is what I have, the 48-hour process, what I have issue with. We've been on the drug issue from what, 1, 2, 3 months now going at it. I can say 500 a year, we're still talking there. What prompted the president to issue 48 hours ultimatum for the investigation, for the report to be on his desk? Why was it? Even if you were not requiring the entire report of the drug process to be 48 hours, why was it when certain people's name were called, his son name was called, the IG name was called, allegedly, all of these things were alleged stuff, allegation, no proof, but their name was called nevertheless. Was it not necessary then to ask for 48 hours? That I want these people need to be clear within the next 48 hours, or I want to find out whether they're involved or not for the 8 hours. But when it comes to the DEA, we decided to choose the 48-hour ultimatum. So now that that has somehow the 48-hour issues, are you now going to encourage or ask the justice minister to take the drug issue to another 48 hours? Or is it uh, somebody that this DEA person must be should be dismissed, but you didn't want to do it in isolation, which is good, and so you asked for a 48-hour report. So for me, why I do have high regard for this president, and I believe that this president is the only person that can take us to the next level. This 48 hours, I don't agree with it. Not that the man should have been on the post. The man asked for recusal. You can even go up and say, instead of recusing, I will set you aside for now while the investigation is going on. So within that 48 hours, were the people, the investigator, able to determine that one, indeed he was involved, two, that indeed he has been found guilty, or three, that he is involved, and so there will be a recommendation for prosecution? If that's the case, why were the same process not applied to other people whose name have been surfacing from time to time on this drug issue? Justice must be seen as fair as possible. And I understand that President Waka most likely, and I've been saying this here from time, it's the same thing with former President Salif. You believe in people, you believe in certain group of Liberians to say a need for you to come and join me to fight, to build, rebuild in this case. And many of them will come and disappoint. I believe President Waka has been not only been frustrated, but hurt personally. To say, as old as I am, I put myself on the line for this position. And Liberian believe in me and allow me to be in this position. And I'm bringing you on board so that we can work together. And then you're going to do this kinds of stuff to me. So I feel that the president most likely was frustrated. But justice, you heard it, they say justice blind. Justice must be seen as being fair to everybody. People's name are still coming up. Are we now when the name or the photo or whatever comes out now, are we now expect number one, 48-hour ultimatum? Because many of these people that have been called are people who were also appointed. This is why I don't agree with the 48-hour with the former DEA boss. He worked at the will and pleasure of the president. The president didn't have to take the 48 hours avenue. He could have come out and said, you know what? Sit aside and I'll do the investigation. Or you know what? I fire you. President can fire anybody without giving any reason. He can, as we speak, the president can call me right now, Mr. Toll, yeah, you're fired. He doesn't have to get any reason. And I'll quietly leave my position. What position you ask? I don't know either. But on a very serious note, President Baka is one of those who believe in institution. But this decision, I'm not questioning the end result of the removal. That's not it. But the process that brought the end result is what I'm questioning. It's what I don't agree with. I don't agree with it. Because you have had so many names being mentioned. You have had so many people who have even been fired. But their firing did not come with a 48 hours ultimatum. Now you have moved this ladder to a next level. Should we not expect 48 hours ultimatum whenever people need come out that you want to have a serious investigation on? When we do these things, those that are advising the president, but what do you expect out there? People like this. Was it not the same people that carried the woman to chicken wire farm? I don't know what position. He said, I was about to ask you what position. I don't know what position that I got. Well, but President Baka can fire me anytime he wants. Yeah, whatever. So with that kinds of information, should we now expect this 48 hours not to be the process of investigating? President Baka and the executive marshal should come out and tell us why. Why does it require the 48 hours ultimatum in this case? Justice, if we believe in institution building, justice must be seen as fair to every one of us, Liberians. Like I said, President Baka can call right now and say, Mr. Toye, I fire you. And he doesn't have to give any explanation. Whether I work for him or not, he can just fire me. So this DEA agent doesn't need that 48 hours. He could have just been fired. But now that you have brought this 48 hours out, the reason I'm ahead of this thing, because next time when the 48 hours business don't come out and somebody need come out, and then we come out here, I will be ridiculed by many of these ridiculous people on this platform. I say, well, why you say about something? How do I defend that? So I'm making my point right now, making it clear that indeed the 48 hours, and Clarence David will soon come on, Bamboo will divide, let the Bamboo divide one here tonight. And Rescue 2 will come on and say, oh, Bamboo will divide, let the Bamboo divide one here tonight. In fact, and not cola alone, the better cola Bamboo will divide tonight. The better cola. That's what Bamboo will divide tonight. Bamboo not divine cola. Cola, that's something anybody can divide. But the better cola. That's what Bamboo will divide tonight. But let me just say this. One of the reasons why some of us support President Baka, because I believe, I have read about him a lot of writing on President Baka. I believe that he has the ability to actually put in place a political structure that if he leaves office tomorrow, people like me, Samson, that have no leadership ability, can come to the presidency of the Republic of Liberia and things will be well. He has the ability. I believe President Walker has the ability to build institutions. Look what he's doing with the rural business. Look what he's doing with the rural business. I know that one. I know that. Are you ready, Clarence David? You're late. You're late coming in. So just tell me, say Bamboo with the Vacola that we're waiting to hear from you. Because I agree with the 48 hours avenue on that one. So as far as institution building is concerned, this is the only man that I believe at this time that will help us out. And so many of us, we didn't hesitate to support this president when he was seeking the office. And it was not about job. They don't even know me. In the president circle, inner circle, I think I only know two people. In the entire inner circle, real close inner circle, I only know two people. And those two people don't even talk. No, three. They don't even talk to me against. They don't even call my name. So I don't call them because I don't want anything. I just want to. The only person I say, Mr. Soma, keep the light on LPR so I can talk my tabata. All I ask for Mr. So. When I get ready, I go protest. I call people like Sissy Goyle then for me to protest for my money if I want pay increase. That's all I ask. And what? How much Mr. So is paying me, my people? Okay, sour and goat meat. Samson too. Hello, Mark Collins. Thank you for joining him. Now, I asked Mr. Soto to pay me. Kesarali with goat meat. I can tell you, I can open my mouth and talk about that all day. I don't want anything. But he refused to provide the Kesarali and goat meat. Then I will launch an investigation on him. What an investigation for, you asking me? We're not there yet. When we get there, we'll find what an investigation for. Maybe I can investigate. Why is he so fine like that? I will invest that reason for investigation. The reason what do you mean by that reason? That reason why he called the LPR and dress all the time. That reason for investigation. You think I'm coming to come play around here? Yeah, I'm not playing around. But as long as you continue to get me go me and Kesali, I got no problem. I'm okay. But let's move on a very serious note. So my point here tonight, before I wrap up my monologue, would be I don't agree with the 48 hours ultimatum. Because we've been talking about the drug issue here for a very long time. Some of us have stayed away from it because we believe the investigators have the tools. But here comes the president now. When it comes to this guy, he decided to elevate that to a 48 hours ultimatum. His son name has been mentioned. We didn't see 48 hours. IG Greco Common name has been mentioned. We didn't see 48 hours. Other people that he even dismissed, we didn't hear no 48 hours. Justice must be seen as fair as possible for all of us. I can leave from here tomorrow and go to Liberia, and the people charge me for foolishness. If justice is not seen as being fair, what it will do to me? Who will talk for me? It's the justice system that we believe in that will vindicate me if I'm not guilty. I've been to the Supreme Court before on a land issue, and I won my case. So as far as I'm concerned, the justice system in Liberia is intact. Yeah, they might have corrupt behavior here and there, but that's not the issue. If the executive, the president, can say, I want report on my decks within 48 hours, why that kinds of stuff was never done from day one? Why? What was the reason? Because they say the guy have a truck? So what's about those whose name has been linked to this drug so many times? Where is the 48 hours ultimatum? And because of that, I don't, none that my opinion matters. I don't know these people. They don't know me. And like I said, I'm on the President Waka inner circle. I mean, real inner circle. I know only one, two, three. They don't even call me. When they come to America, they don't talk to me again, sir. Until they got a job. When they come, until some of them are here, until they got a job, they must say used to talk almost every day. If our son used to come on the platform, we have conversation all the time. The guy job, they don't even call the platform. They don't even call CEO again, sir. Let alone talk about anything on the platform, which is okay. It's okay. As long as you continue to do the good job for the Liberian people, I don't care. You don't have to call me. When I leave from here, I go downstairs right now. I got my social security son, who in ever since he was 2 years old, people been calling me, can you come to the library to work? I said, no, I got 2 year old son. He's 17 now. One more year. 18, you'll call me, I'll come. But until you 18, you'll call me, hey, my son, you grow you. But on a very serious note, ladies and gentlemen, this is my reason of saying that this 48 hours deal was a bad one. Because now you will be hearing from opposition. Where's the 48 hours? The men need help. Y'all get it pure 48 hours. You see where I'm going with it? How ridiculous that is? You see where I'm going with this thing? You see where I'm going with this? So if I sit on my platform here and allegedly accuse anybody, will you give that person 48 hours? This president, like I said, let me repeat myself, and I'll get off the subject matter and go on to this next subject matter. The president, those of us that work for the president, and then, yeah, you heard me. I'm working for the president. What kind of job? What my title? I don't know. But if the president, all of us work for the president, I better stop it before Mr. Soka grab the thing and play. Say, yeah, Liberty working for the government. But anyway, all of us are working for the government. The president have the right. And you get on the wrong side of the bed. He say you fire, you fire. You ain't got to explain anything. No explain tire. But for you to say, in order for you to fire somebody, you're gonna have a 48 hours investigation desk on your report on your desk within 48 hours. You move this stuff to another level, Mr. President. Again, folks, Samson to Labrador Pabrito. That is my opening tonight. And I'm hoping that the analysts will join out here. But if they don't come, so what? I can go on with it. So let's go on. Uh, Let me read this. President Joseph Boakai Sr. has appointed a Major General retired Daniel D. Sankar Jr. as Director General of the Liberian Drug Enforcement Agency, pending Senate confirmation, while indefinitely suspending former officer in charge, Victoria T.M. Biago from the Liberian National Police over. So wait a minute. So does it mean he's no longer at Liberian National Police either? So he's no longer a DA. Does it mean he's still keeping his position at National Police, at the National Police, Liberian National Police, over ethical concern raised in the Ministry of Justice probe, even as the same investigation clear Bengal Biago for any involvement in ill. Okay, okay. So they fire him because of ethical stuff. That's fine. That's fine. So that means, according to the report, he's not involved. Okay. What happened with other folks who also might be involved ethically? Are you going to do the same thing? You have to, those of you that are around the president, this is the thing I keep blaming you all. This is one of the reasons why I keep blaming you all. these kinds of decisions, when a president is going to be making them, I'm sure most likely talk to 2 or 3 people, and there must be a debate about that because you're setting a precedent. And the precedent that you're setting is for future. You did this. Anybody else, any other president can come and do the same thing, and we shouldn't complain. Justice must be seen as fair for all. So let's go. New leadership. Zanga, who most recently served as military advisor to the president, previously led the armed forces of Liberia as chief of staff and later served as minister of national defense. He will report. He will report directly to the president in close consultation with the minister of justice. Oh, this one is good. This is good. And people like Zanga, then they're not somebody who will let you come roll them over. So any police officer, police director, or any other government agency you involved in anything, they're coming for you. Even if you're involved before, they're coming for you. Zanka will not leave any stone unturned, especially with the president backing. And this is what I always said, this president, but God knows what he's doing. God knows exactly. Every time he sends us information, he knows exactly what he's doing. So I'm not surprised. But this president, I hope that he will seek re-election. And whatever little time God got for him, or whatever long time God got for him, let him straighten this country up. Good evening, Mr. So. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Who are you asking to seek re-election?
The father of the nation.
Who's that?
How many fathers of the nation you got? How many fathers of the Republic of Liberia you have?
You asking President White to seek re-election?
Of course. Why not?
Is that an emergence of Kenneth Kaunda again for Liberia?
He can be Kenneth Kaunda. He can be. He's all that. He's all that. He's all that. And more. He's all that and more. Because of his wisdom, Mr. So, you're asking me now you're giving me the opening here. Let me give it to you as straight as possible. You're asking me, now you're giving me the opportunity to explain to you. This president, forget about Kenneth Kaunda, he's more than that. This is the president who have given us the opportunity as Liberians to live for tomorrow. This is the president who has given the young people of the Republic of Liberia the opportunity to survive tomorrow and continue to carry on their daily life. Why do you think the Guinea situation is like that? Because President Baka, as I told you before, and I'm continuing, President Baka is thinking about the future of the Liberian youth. He's not here to throw the youth life under the bus. Yes, this president must seek re-election. And yes, we will support President Baka.
You know, this is so disappointing. You've been crying here all night. You wish this one to do this. Seeking re-election is contingent on what he's doing, and that will speak for itself. Now you sit down here because you want it your way.
Let me bring in Walter Carter.
This sort of dishonest behavior as radio host.
So I don't know why you would consider this dishonest when I'm telling you what I believe. That's my belief. Why would it be dishonest?
Let me speak my mind. This is what the society and this network is all about. I don't have to agree with you. I'm expressing my own view, my opinion about my country. I'm not speaking about your household. I'm speaking about the country, Republic of
Your view and your opinion are rotting. Go ahead and express that. Well, that's how I can say to you. Why we're listening?
That I mean I wanted to move the LDA boss. It wasn't me that gave an ultimatum that was since met. So why are you getting mad with me? You have your people you're supposed to be getting mad with. You have a commander-in-chief who is inconsistent, who is unable to make administrative decisions. You should blame yourself. Because you came here, you blew this trumpet from day one, and here we are now giving a bunch of excuses. They're giving this, the people around the president, this and that. We're not going to listen to that. He's a president for all of us. But what we will do on this network, we will not be like your type, who, when it is wrong, you try to be the fixer. That's dangerous for the country. At his age,
When Michael Cohen served, hold on. When Michael Cohen served Donald Trump here for almost 4 years, what were your complaints? You're calling me a fixer.
Unless you want us to pivot, then I can do that.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Every little thing get to your nerves. You know, you behave like the sedition themselves, because anytime people speak about President Boyka, you get upset, your emotion runs high, your cholesterol, everything goes high. You have a long way.
Okay, like I said, I'm changing behavior. I will be moderate now from now on.
Well, we're not going to babysit you. You're not changing your business. You're going to deal with it as it is. And we will tell you people what you need to know. This is just wrong. You did this thing to us on purpose, and you're coming here to give justification. So look, I thought this president at his age, and this is where we always falling short. I thought this president at his age, he would begin to mentor, he would begin to raise a new hand, he would begin to tutor, he would begin to raise new leaders. But it is disgraceful and shameful, embarrassing for you to come here and start all this drugs issue that you have caused has infested the entire land, is being infested. You're unable to manage it. You have a chaotic situation with a neighboring country. You have a complex place that was built. I would prefer it to be a rehabilitation center. I don't know whether it was a retirement home or whatever you put together there. In fact, this is what you said it was a peace conference, right? That's what the conference is supposed to be. Bible says whatever comes out of your mouth, it comes to pass.
Mr. So,
hold on, you decided to build with a lot of things to be done. The education, the health sector. But what did you guys do? You decided to wrongfully invest millions of dollars to whatever conference. Now the trouble here now, you go to the hall and go to settle it. You go there.
Mr. So, thank you very much. We are not going to allow you to talk things that most likely are not something that I'm willing to let me don't even respond. Thank you. Those are your opinion and your view. We appreciate it for coming on LPR to express yourself freely. You're entitled to it. Walter Carter, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Labor. Thank you, CEO. Hi, everybody. It's good to be back on Liberia Public Radio, where we profess to educate, entertain, and inform our people. Unfortunately, the labor is not what I mean profess. You know what I mean? The labor, unlike the other people who are honestly doing it, the labor is using deception and dishonesty to inform our people. And he has to be clear. We have to be clear to that.
Walter Carter, will you not be able to speak for yourself? Why will you try to?
The labor, we have to put you out there so you can change and it's good you say you're going to be moderate now. And I mean, we'll take you for your word, but how long John can stay in the army? And, you know, yeah. So, look, it's important
Walter Carter, I said I'm going to be moderate. Let me be moderate. I mean, I'm going to allow you to express yourself. When you're ready, come back.
Shot yourself in the leg just now when you try to question the CEO for the way he addressed your godfather, because soon somebody address your godfather.
This is the father of the Republic of Liberia. Now you see,
I told you were going to come out. Didn't I tell you? I said
you need to start a lot of podcast.
All right, go ahead. I will not say anything again. Go ahead, talk.
I told you were going to come out.
Set me up. Go ahead.
Shut up. That way you will try again. Wait, just go ahead.
So look, let us be very sincere here. Sometimes it's good to come to the Jesus moment where you realize that, look, I was wrong all along. I want to be safe, and I would change the way of doing things. What I said in the past, I thought it was going to be what it is, but it has changed. It got me to the place where perplexion is all over the place over me. So I honestly confess, I boldly admit that what I taught or what I informed our people, it was bunch of, shakara, bunch of tapata. This individual does not have what it takes to run this nation. So we must start now holding them accountable to doing the right thing. And this is where the media is right now. The media is pushing the government to do the right thing. So you see the government now firing people, bringing new people on to replace them. If the media had not, stood their ground or continue to speak the way the media is speaking, I think this was going to be one of those cases where it was going to be just, fly by ear. But thank God the media is speaking. And once the labor is on this show, there's a media. People listen to the network far and near. You understand? So the labor will have to change his tone. You have to change his mindset. You have to be very honest. No intellectual dishonesty. We talk about intellectual honesty to this network so we can move our country forward. With that being said, CEO, look, I see the president try to do some things, put um, you know, salad dressing or lettuce and stuff like that. I think the president should even do more. There are a lot of people names that have been called in this investigation that the president yet to talk to or the security are yet to talk to. There are people who we know are conflicted, but they are still investigating. They are still being part of the investigation. Somebody who is who is conflicted cannot be part of the investigation. They too should be on the investigation. So, like we've been calling on independent investigators to come and do this work so that at least we can get to know who are all in this syndicate and bringing these kind of massive amount of drugs in our society. I think it was do as well. We shouldn't stop. We should continue to push until we see light at the end of the tunnel. With the border issue, we know that the Liberian security said they're not moving.
Bullshot Carter, we will
Even
come to that. Thank you. Thank you. We will come to that. We will come to
okay,
that.
okay.
Thank you very much. All right. So let's go ahead. CEO, let me come to you. And thank you again for joining us to carry our conversation on here tonight. We appreciate that. But let me come to you on this drug issue. From my perspective, and you can criticize me, whatever you want to call, name, whatever you want to do, is up to you. I'm the liberal. I evolve. I'm not static. I move around. The president, I believe, the fact that he will come and give a 48 hours ultimatum on this particular issue, I thought that was a little bit, for me, I don't agree with it. And the reason, as I stated earlier, my reason is that if you do this, because this guy's name was mentioned, and you're asking the Justice Department to investigate and put on your desk within 48 hours the report, will you not establish that kinds of process where if any other officials of your government name is mentioned in this, will you give that 48 hours ultimatum as well? Which I don't see is coming, and that becomes a problem for me because I believe that justice must be seen as being fair to all of us. Am I wrong to say that, CEO?
You're dead wrong. Now you are caught in the middle, so you have no other options but to wave the white flag. And we are not just here to wave the white flag. We are here to go across the board to have this conversation in a very honest fashion. I'm happy that you say, according to you, you will be contained, you will control yourself. I mean, you're an old man. I mean, come on. Ain't nobody going to babysit you here. But look,
you can call me whatever name you want to call. You're not gonna get that kind of reaction from me tonight.
Okay, I'm hoping for that. But look, ultimatums, they are meant for specific reasons. They are sort of, there's a weight officials or national leaders, when they use the word ultimatum, it has some sort of unique force that certain demands should be met at a given period of time. But before coming to that, and I know what I do know within the government setting, when you see those sort of ultimatum, those demand coming from the chief executive, it means all else has broken loose. In no time, they might have given that individual the opportunity behind the scene because probably they do not want to make a hasty decision. But remember, this whole car thing is being in the air. So I am wondering what were some of the things that were said in the backyard. Now he's being dismissed. Apparently, we are hearing about this. There are other things. Will he be placed on an investigation? The release, I didn't see anything of such being mentioned. So it's still inconclusive as far as I'm concerned. The president still needs to do more. Look, the entire security apparatus is completely polluted. Coming from the police, okay, you deal with the LDE now. What's about all of the little talking coming from the national police? Look at the hierarchy, high commissioners, deputies, and you still have confidence in the police chief?
My Esther, leave me alone with
Oh, so what happened yesterday? Yeah,
Mr. So, Mr. So, if you're done, let me go to Wilton Carter, please. Let me
no,
go to Wilton Carter, please.
I said,
Mr. So,
when?
Mr. So, when you're done, are you done? I want to go to.
No,
But what you might know, you're done. You're done. Well, let me come to Wilton Carter. Wilton Carter, let's hear from you on this here. You better come into our country here now.
Yeah. So
I hope your good appointment went. Oh my goodness. Who's there? I want to.
I said that was fufu and ghost soup appointment he went on last night and not nothing else. The children were eating fufu. They are so they want to pass through that he John he went. That's a disgrace.
Esther said, I hope your good appointment went well yesterday. Was it a big one?
That one, a big one. Jackpot go.
Let me bring in Moses was man. Moses, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Quiet Walter Carter, I made my point and Moses, you're not ready.
turn my
So
camera around. What's the problem?
You're not quite ready, Moses. We can't have you on the sideway like that. Go ahead, Walter.
I don't know
Much
what is
better.
the significance of the 48 hours ultimatum because I think it came and passed and we saw the president did nothing. I don't know what is it about. Somebody who has been accused. Um, this person is a police officer acting as chief officer in charge of the VA. And then some wrongdoing was allegedly reported about him, and then you give him ultimatum to do investigation. I mean, investigation should not have no ultimatum. Investigation should be investigation. You do what you want to do best. The investigation on a particular outcome. So investigation has to be flexible and let it people do their work. If
Moses, I
somebody
don't know what's going on with your
is
stuff. Let me
alleged
know when you're ready. Go ahead,
if somebody
Walter.
is alleged of involving something, I mean, you can suspend, fire the person, and let the person go through the investigation and let the investigation unearth the wrongdoing, and then whatever judgment will come will come. But like I said, earlier, this president lacked the ability to govern. The president is not somebody who can manage anything. So I think what is happening, the people around him are giving him mixed signal, misinformation, wrong information, and he's just making some bad decision as the leader of the nation. So it's so unfortunate, liberal. I think we just gotta pray until we reach 2029, see what's gonna happen. But I don't think President Boaga, I mean, maybe if he was younger, and, in his 60s, maybe at that time we would say something. But like his vice president said, people bring decline as they age. And being an 80 some more years old man, I think that's what's happening to him. What you gonna do with the immense problem our country have? Joseph Boakai is not the right person to be president at this time. Our country going through a whole lot.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on. CEO, let's talk about the issue of. So let me ask you this, CEO. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, CEO, and that is, hold on 1 minute.
Not me.
Okay, let me ask you this, CEO. The fact that this drug issue is going like this here. How
Somebody,
long you think
someone
before? Excuse me.
somebody backstage.
Yeah, let us stay there. We'll come to that later. Let me ask you this: If how long you think before this process come on?
Which process?
This whole drug issue. How long before you think before we have this thing resolved, or how long will you see this thing continue before?
I should be asking you. You've been blowing the trumpet when we talk about to expedite. They say,
I'm
"Oh,
asking you as a Liberian. I'm asking you as a journalist
well,
now.
I have no idea." But what is interesting, what is fascinating, and it's a challenge now to the president and to the administration. And now the Senate Judiciary Chair is calling on the police chief to step aside in order to bring credible investigation to this. And he's quite correct. And this is where we are going to see and test the strength of the president as to whether he can take decisive decision, whether he able to take the political risk. Because most of you, the surrogate here, and if I listen to other people, they say, "Oh, well, they try to weaken the president, they try to do this." But there's a second version of this. When you are a leader, you must be able to take firm decision and do less. Don't worry about 2029. 2029 will speak for itself. You know, you can't run ahead of your shadow. There are things that needs to be fixed at this time. The Liberians are upset, and we have become very ugly and terrible in the eyes of the international community. This is now who we are. This is now what we have been. I do understand that yes, people came around. I do understand that he came with a faith, but here we are. So when you bring people on board, right, and they begin to do things out of the way, what people are going to respect you about is your decision, the administrative decision that you're going to apply. But if you ignore that, and we saw that with the CDC and the George Weah, and we saw the political consequences. So this IG, I don't know if President Boakai can do without him. There are a lot of other competent and qualified people who can do better job. But when people pose themselves as the king or, you know, the head, it shadows down, it closes down other people who have that potential. Now I'm watching to see, this is coming from the Senate Judiciary Chair. I wanted to see how many people are going to push that. I want to see even if the united partisan senator lawmakers have the balls as well, because this is about the country. And they should do everything they can to protect the legacy of this old man, including yourself. But when you come here and you begin to sound so ridiculous and cheer and say, "Oh, well," then that is you doing our country injustice. So I have no idea, but I believe this whole thing here, I think the president just doesn't know who to trust again. Look at what happened in the LDEA. Look at the police. These are apparatus that should be able to enforce and avoid drugs from coming, but instead they appear to be the chief facilitator.
Thank you. Dr. Mali, good evening. Moses, good evening. Thank you guys for joining. Moses, let's hear from you.
I think Momo asking for the link.
Yeah, Mobo, if you can just send me your email here, then I'll send the link. I don't have the link.
I didn't break law. Do I have the permission to send that? I don't want you to say that you're sure and this and that.
Yeah, you're the CEO. You don't need permission. You can do
Oh,
whatever you want to do.
now you know. He's a boy again. You're talking. You're going to forget. Then you want to add or something. Okay, Mama, I'm sending the link. Okay, 1 second.
The papa ate ghost soup and fufu last night.
Ah,
But wait now. Where they how they want to get all over the
yeah.
I'm not eating but they all over the show. Now why we coming
And
and my
that why
extra
you ran
pay?
that why you ran away from the show?
I
That,
said I have an appointment.
That,
that appointment there, ghost soup.
that why you ran away from the show for?
Okay, yeah, leave that one.
I know what you told. I
Yeah,
don't know
leave that
what you
one.
told my Esther, but she.
Mama, check your email. I just send it.
Let's hear from you, Moses.
Well, thank you. Good evening, everyone, and it's wonderful to be on this evening. I don't know how wonderful it is, but we still have those issues that are in that need to be addressed. Now, from my own professional career, uh, someone who is somewhat Okoron, I don't profess to say I know all the answers, but there are a lot of questions when you gave law enforcement, the chief law enforcement officer, a deadline to come up with something. It creates an havoc. That's why the officer, they call in criminal justice, people begin to act in their action becomes overzealous because they want to produce something, hence trying to tint the case. But you have to be thorough when you do an investigation and coming up with evidence, which you call discovery, that needs to be presented in court as you prosecute. It's very important. Those things you cannot rush with it. And that's something that I've been saying since this saga started. We need to give some time. However, the government needs, not the government, but the administration, again, I correct myself, needs to be able to provide the logistics that is needed to carry out a thorough investigation. I'm just, if this is true, I kind of brought it up the other day that the two alleged Colombians that were in Labrador were released to the American government, were extradited to the American government. The American government, from what I know, and I can stand corrected, will never, ever investigate a case that did not happen in the United States. Because those kind of cases, especially drug cases, cost millions and millions of dollars in investigations. Okay, then you have to have safe houses. You have to bring witnesses in. You have to have state witnesses who will testify. And all of these things, they play back. Sometimes it takes almost 2 years before the case appears in court. And they will not take a case such as the Labrador case and come and bring it here to investigate the Colombian cartel because it's going to cost them billions of dollars. And why would they take the American taxpayers' money, which would be difficult for them to explain, to go do investigation of something that occurred in a foreign nation, especially Liberia? So I'm just baffled by that, and I still question the legitimacy. And I'm only saying this if it is true that these people alleged, were extradited to the United States. So those are things that I'm concerned about. As far as the IG, I've asked the question many times. Insecurity, the administrative duties are given to people who respectfully understand how to provide administrative responsibilities, circulate, make sure that that department has the logistic and the competency to provide law and order. Now, let me just give you guys a brief history. Our chief officer for the state, Mr. What's his name? The chief justice, the attorney general, the minister of justice, has
Edward Tue.
no, not Twer. Uh, yeah,
Oscar
yeah,
Tue.
yeah. He in his
But you
history.
won't know you're way from
If you check his history,
you're way from how do you call it Sierra Leone, so you don't know people
uh,
in the east,
okay,
southeast.
You say that's Linear?
thank you for correcting that. However, what happened is that I knew him to be a corporate lawyer. A corporate lawyer, corporate lawyers do things that are different from litigations and all of those things. They might participate in litigation at times, but most of the job relates to negotiating and talking about the corporation and money issues and all that kind of stuff. So again, we got people in positions who I think were not vetted properly to be put in those positions. Now, if he only did corporate law, it's hard for him to do criminal investigation. It was very difficult because the whole process of criminal investigation is something that he's going to be naive of,
Thank
or
you.
he depends on people to do. And
Thank
the same thing, real quick, Lebra, I'll beg you. The same with Gregory Coleman. I stay am asking for the sense that, in fact, the Judicial Committee of the Senate is now asking questions. I want to know, how did they vet these people? What are their resumes? Those things should be public documents
thank you.
so we can see the history and the experiences that they have coupled with the education to lead those departments.
Thank you. Let me go to Dr. Mali. Dr. Mali, let's hear from you.
Well, I came before Moses. Why decide to select him first and
Because
coming
I
to
was
me
here
last?
before you came. My phone just.
No, I was here before you.
Okay.
Moses were here.
I didn't see you on the platform.
I just told you.
Dr. Mali,
Boom.
let's hear from you.
There's still got to be bias on this platform.
Dr. Mali, you got no right. You got no right.
Thank
I
you.
finished studying our land to the Guinea.
But anyway, I don't have much to contribute to the drugs issue again because you, the loyalists, are contributing to the whole drugs story and arming the opposition to attack the government. And that's a disappointment from you, the liberal, particularly. Thank you.
Oh, if you know.
Okay.
It's all right.
Let me come to you, CEO. Thank you, folks. Thanks again, Samson to Labro Publico, sitting here tonight with the CEO, Mr. Soul. Walter Carter is here with us, the fishman. Moses Segbe is here, the analyst, a security analyst. Dr. June is here, the education analyst here as well. And we all appreciate all of them. But let's move on to the next subject matter here. I want to discuss the border issue, but I think we will do ourselves a favor and jump to something else very quickly before the border issue. And what I want us to discuss right now, just briefly, well, not briefly, but maybe 10, 15 minutes, is the employment situation in Liberia. And let me come to you again, CEO. From all indication, from all you know and you have heard or read or whatever, are you satisfied with the employment situation in Liberia?
Well, I don't want to be biased here or selective in as much. When you listen to me from time to time, we try to have this conversation with the hope to strengthen government. There's nowhere that 100% is going to be perfect in terms of hiring and all of that. Contacts, people interest, all of that involved, considering the polarizations of politics in Liberia, of course. People who talk for people, they anticipate political reward. I will say is an equilibrium that everybody, going to be certified. Of course, they have to feed within. They have to feed their own house. People that support them, people that were in the vanguard. I don't blame them for that. It's everywhere that is done. But what is trouble? The only concern would be like a civil servant. They should not be punished because of maybe, oh, you assume, or that perception is there. Moses is not a unity partisan, so unity party folks comes together. There are certain career positions that are in government as a civil servant, you don't touch those positions. Only in other lately we're saying here, people who always break the law goes to that extent to do that they are saying, because the reason is these people, they are trained to do that, to do those jobs. Government invested hugely. They went to foreign schools, they went for seminar, to workshop, different training, symposium, and they have the expertise. So when you mix politics with those professional career people, that is a problem, you know. So with that, I won't say the only concern quickly before I leave is I think the civil service director is he's more political, and that shouldn't be the place. Even if you're assuming whether he's a relative or whatever kinsman of the president, it's so political. I don't know yet. I'm willing to validate this information. I was told the Civil Service Bureau, everywhere you see a door, I mean, almost like some kind of Messiah picture of him and all of that. What are you trying to prove? This is a guy who recently went to a political rally and he was on a heat. He should not be doing that. He's an educated man. I mean, their own being lawyer, it just create message, just pass smart. And when you do that, you know, you spoil the image of the government. And this is where the leader has to come in. Yes, I understand you support me, but this position, this job here is a little bit different. It's not a political position. It's not like the Minister of Information where you got to speak for the president, where if it's spoiled, you got to fix it. You are there for people who agree, who voted for and against the president, but they are civil servants. They need to be part. They are Liberians. They work for the government. But again, I mean, society now, like you rightfully said, things are involved, so things are being done differently. But I can't come out here to say, I know a lot of appointments being made. Those are some of the things the president frowned on. You know, I know, but on the contrary, we're seeing different things. Again, that's the work of politics.
Thank you. Walter Carter, same question. Let's hear from you on this. Is that you satisfied with the employment level in the Republic of Liberia? Specifically, in your case, I'll be a little bit specific with respect to private sector. Let's hear from you, Walter.
Yeah, I think that's the question you were asking, but I see the CEO pivoting to public jobs and stuff created by government and all that. I think we're talking about the private sector. I have not seen any improvement in the private sector lately. I have not seen it from the past regime, neither this regime, and our bureau has always been like that. So the highest employer in the land, always government, and I think we should move past that. We should shrink government or make government small and increase the private sector. That way we can develop a positive middle class. Unfortunately, we have not mastered in coming to that stage yet. And this is the reason why. See, even legislator now, I'm so upset with them, and they are asking for
Okay.
This guy was.
All right. Walter Carter, thank you. We can't hear you. So let me go to Moses. Moses, same question here. Walter Carter, thank you very
what
much.
happened? I'm off. Am I off?
Ask George, we are. Don't ask me.
Yeah, the old man here, Ghana,
Come on.
the man is so cheeky. Wow.
I'm telling you, man.
Ghana making new land.
I'm changing my behavior. You're going to bear with me small.
Cheeky, wow.
I even said.
Walter Carter, thank you. We'll come back to you. Let's hear from you, Moses. Good evening, Movido. Thank you for joining us.
Well,
Same question, of course.
yeah, my issue here, growing up as a young man in Liberia, we saw that government was the sole employer of 80% of the workforce, and nobody here to even work on the issue of privatizations. And we see that been perpetuated over a long period of time. Every government coming. My only question here is, why do we reshuffle the same people continuously? I've seen a case, especially I'm looking at, because of my career, I'll always look at the security apparatus. I mean, the same people who were terminated before for doing wrong things, criminal offenses, are the same people today working for the government, for the police department, and other security entities. I mean, I don't know what's going on in that country, whereas people work for the government, get terminated, and another administration comes in and reinstate them and give them even a bigger job. Those are all wrong practices. I mean, when you do public personnel management, there's something called accountability and transparency. You cannot continue to do the same thing and expect different results. Some of these people who were terminated since Ellen administration should not be employed anymore. As a matter of fact, they should be facing, at least some investigation. But maybe because when these things happen, they just terminate them, they don't prosecute them, and they don't even do background check. Then some of our and the folks in our legislative that make up the legislature in the Senate who confirm these people, confirming people, and most of them don't even understand what their job descriptions are.
Thank you.
That's my own assessment.
Thank you, Moshe.
But,
Let me go. Let me go. Thank you, Moshe. We have the 6 of us now, so let us try to minimize our time.
When Dr. Mali talk, I will talk small before you talk.
Can I get back my time?
No boring time here, and I'll keep my ear.
No.
Move from there. You think that we are shrinking with me here?
Dr. Mali, let's hear from you, and then we'll go to Momo.
These undercover
Well,
unity partisan.
as you know, labor, when it comes to employment, it's a normal phenomenon in all government. And as at now, according to the World Bank report of 2025, we've got 2.91% unemployment in Liberia. That's very high. The male is 3.52, the female is 2.20%. Now, if we take a clear look at the employment sector, you get a civil servant. That's another set by itself on government payroll. Then the judiciary has got civil servant under them. Then the legislature, there where the problem is. According to sources, the former speaker at the time had about 400 of these people on his payroll. I mean, these are people who say they love their country. 400 Liberian on one man payroll, and they are part of the civil servant. So the question are, the people who are elected, are they part of the civil servant? Those who are appointed by government, like the minister, deputy, and director, are they part of this package? Then the second phase now is the private sector. That work hand in hand with investment coming into the country to employ ordinary Liberians. But again, there's a problem in the sector. I understand whenever an investment go to Liberia, the legislature and some top ranking guys in the town, they try to push a whole lot of people on these people to employ them, even though the people are employed. All right. And the next part now is the issue of self-established businesses that also help to reduce some of the unemployment. So the self-established businesses and the private sector are two areas that continue to have problems in our society, and that has been going on for a very, very long time. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I go to Momo, let me ask you this. What do you think the reason is? If you care to give us that.
Well, I think there are two reasons. First of all, it's a normal phenomenon. It goes from government to government. But then let's look at before the war. We had the open door policy instituted by Todman. Okay, the cigar boy. He had an open door policy parading in our country there, invited a whole lot of people to come to that country. The bomb mine were taken over by the German. Some other area were taken over by the Swedish. How many people did they employ? That's the private sector. But the worst part now is we are in post-war Liberia. It will take time for the image of the country to be built. It will take time for investors to develop trust and confidence in the system.
Thank you.
So how do we do this? We have to minimize corruption. We have to carry reform in the judiciary.
Let me hold you there. Let me hold there. We'll come back to you. Mama, let's come to you. What would be your contribution on this subject?
So let me congratulate my big brother for Daniel Sianka, Major General retired, for his preferment by the president to head the LDE. Yeah, so quickly to your question, the issue of employment in Liberia has always been a problem and will continue to be a problem. First, because we have an extractive base, the economy, where, there's no jobs. You have few concession companies come to the country. The country is not even yet open to a lot of, so you're going to have issue when it comes to that, because we don't have an economy that has a lot of manufacturing company established where jobs will be available for the ordinary people. Rather, few concessionaires come to the country and they are influenced by these lawmakers, interests. Because a lot of lawmakers will send their family members, in return, all of the concessionaires will offer them jobs because they want these lawmakers to talk on their behalf. So that issue will always be there. But one thing that the government can do is to try as much as she can to make sure give us a vibrant private sector, right? Open the country up, allow more foreign direct investment into the country. Jobs will be available now. People will get jobs on a fair and square basis. But unlike that, we need our government to also institute something where civil servant jobs should be published, like we have in the U.S. The USA job, where civil servants can go and then for government job and and get it on the basis of merit. Other than that, you always see even in America, like appointed positions will be given by recommendation. No one will just Trump appointed his people, he brought his own people. It's the same as Liberia. You're going to appoint people based on recommendation, based on who campaigned for you, based on who was on the front line for you. It's similar to that of Liberia. But what I want happen in Liberia is that the government should give us a vibrant private sector where every concessionaire that comes to that country will have a space to publish their job. Publish your job out there so that ordinary Liberians can go there, and apply for them, rather than someone recommending. The recommendation in the when it comes to the ordinary people job, I don't like that. I want it to be based on merit. Have a database or have a website established that people have an open system. Let everyone get job based on competence. I'm not talking about the political side where government appointee. These things you always find bias. Many bias, because if I support your political interest, you're going to have to, politics is interest. If I went out there and campaigned for you, it's an agreement. I have to get something for it. So even in America, it does happen. So the issue about jobs in Liberia will continue to be this way until we have a vibrant private sector and until we establish a level playing field for everyone to be able to tap into it.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
If I can throw in a little bit here.
Go ahead.
Quickly, I think this is a very vital topic, conversation here, because that's the vertebrae of the country. And I think one of the things, if I were privileged to be like you and Moses, who speak to the president on a regular basis, I
work for the president.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. I say, I will speak to the president. I will call for a special commission, and that commission's sole responsibility is to really crack down. One of the things that kill us is when these people come, business investor people come, people demand a lot from them. No businessman want to lose their capital. The man come in, he just say he coming to invest. and you even ask him for more than his investment before he can get way to establish, that is one of the things that is really killing now. If you look at the whole Delta cutting off and all of that, which you didn't take into consideration, like going to lose job and stuff like that, they were just demanding unnecessarily instead of going through the process that government, and they don't, what they ask for, they don't go to government revenue, it goes to them. That's the bad thing about it.
Thank you. Walter Carter, let me come to you.
Ah,
Yeah, CEO,
Uh, Walter
well,
Carter, that not CEO speaking. This is the
Oh,
liberal. Let me come to
um,
you.
Dr. Mali made an
Can I
assertion
come
on.
because you're not your system is not working. I don't want to say why it's not working, but it's not working. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, let me come to you now. So, Walter Carter, let me come to you.
I'm listening
So,
to you. Uh-huh.
all right, the question now that I have, and folks, this is Walter Carter because he has a picture. He has a when he's talking, you don't see his picture. So I decide every time he ready to talk, I
oh,
put his picture
God.
up.
Congo boys, you know them.
Man coming from goat soup, now went to fish.
Okay.
What's wrong with this man?
Jealousy will kill you. But we'll talk about it on a very serious. Let me come to you. We have a president named Wakai. We have a speaker named Kung. We have a representative, a pro tem named Nyambli. We don't have Williams. We don't have Henrys. We don't have Moses. We don't have any of the usual name that perhaps you would say these were the people that used to be in control. With our own indigenous in full control of our government, Walter Carter, why you think we're struggling as such? That many Liberians will continue to complain about this behavior that we thought we have gotten rid of. What's the reason, Walter Carter? Can you talk to me on that, please?
So, before I come to that question, it's very important I will address that. I was talking about Dr. Mali made an session on this program that he heard that the speaker, the former speaker, had got 400 people on his payroll in a part of the civil cell. And I don't know what he.
Walter Carter, we're not here to come and have a debate. Will you
I'm not
speak to my question?
debating.
No, but I'm
This
not
is
your it
Liberia
is not
Public.
your
This is
job. It
Liberia
is
Public
not your
Radio.
job. It is not your job to
The
fact check.
liberal,
No,
the
no, no.
liberal.
I'll pull
What
the
we put
CNN.
on
I
this,
will pull the CNN on you. It is not your job to fact check. Please speak
what
to the
we put
question.
out. Yeah, but he questioned us when we put stuff out here too. He said we shouldn't come here and bring
You come here
falsehood.
and call
So
the father of the nation all kind of name. You say I'm not complaining. I
so
don't complain
when
anymore.
he come here, he must bring his facts,
You're
where he
eating
got that
into your
information
time.
from.
Okay,
So
next
yeah,
time
okay.
we'll do that.
So this is, I just try to throw it out there so we can
Aaron,
put the doctor
his
on
time
the spot.
doing that.
Thank you very much.
He
So
finished.
yeah,
I don't even have to say
secure the
anything.
analyst.
Your radio, your microphone and your TV will. I mean, your microphone and your phone will do the job for me. Go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Yeah. So the reason is, when the field progressive came and plunder our society, they did not help to groom the minds of our people to be innovative, in a sense that government does not grow middle class. It's the private sector to open the minds of our people that innovation is the way forward. Small government, big private sector will create more jobs in the society, will create a vibrant middle class, and our country will move forward. These people came and they put people in government, they brought more people in government, they created more political or geographic location to bring more people in government. And at the end of the day, they were able to squander our resources like they still do. And so they have not seen, I have not seen any government that will come and say, no, it's about time we shrink our government to create a vibrant or private sector. If we can be innovative to say, you know what happened, let us develop, or we say local
Yeah,
countries our full basket. Local countries the full basket. All right. So let local country produce rice, oranges, grapefruit, whatever, and we start making juice out of the oranges from Lofa County. So we opened a company in Lofa County that producing juice instead of importing juice. We're creating jobs for people in the middle class. So we go back to and the mining sector, the rubber sector. Okay, let's talk to some Liberians that got influence, that got some money. Let open rubber factory to produce condoms and rubber slippers and all the other things and help to sell to our other countries that don't have the ability to grow rubber. So we're creating a middle class and we're creating jobs for people. But no, the government say import all your rubber. Even the people that grow, the local farmers, all the rubber going on Liberia. Nobody. To the extent where somebody came from outside and said, nothing, I want to open rubber factory. A, a prominent Liberian woman sat on spoon and fought that individual to not open our rubber factory because they were undermining the local rubber or broker for buying rubber from the local farmers to export. Can you imagine that? Do you know how many people employed at that company right now? Do you know if even we got other Liberians that are competing like that man, we can open a whole chain of rubber producing factories in our society that will even create jobs for more people and our middle class will
Thank
build
you.
up. So
Thank you,
our
Will.
people are not innovative. The leaders are self-sufficient. They are self-seeking politicians, and we should start to call them off for what it is.
Thank you, Walter Carter. Thank you very much. Again, folks, Samson told Liberal Public Radio, we will be opening the line here very shortly. And those of you that have questions, you can do so. Let me go to CEO. Are you intending to leave or are
Well,
you
am I,
still?
Oh, I can leave.
am I a threat to you? I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing.
The man.
Don't worry.
All right. Let me come to you then, CEO. Then
Oh,
I'll go around. Yeah. So, CEO, let me come to you on this here again. And guys, let's remember there are 6 of us here, so let's try to portion the time evenly,
you
please.
want fish from Winter, you let him speak for 10 minutes.
Water fish from Connecticut, by the time I get to California, will be rotting. I don't need fish from them. CDC fish, I will eat CDC. Oh, I mean, I said, I will not say that. I beg you. Why you making me? You always make me to say things. I don't like that kind of thing, man. But let me go to you, CEO. Yeah, man. Let me go. You like to do side by too much. CEO, let me come to you on a very serious note. Walter Carter just told us that most of these things that are happening in terms of job creation and things like that, that perhaps we can blame ourselves. Let me ask you this, CEO. Those of us that have been traveling all over the world from place to place, do you think the system in Liberia is the reason why we're not getting there, or those who operate the system are the reason why we're not getting anywhere?
So I would take it this way here. Keto, he's another dishonest person. The government that he supposed created a massive, unnecessary, increased the size of government unprecedentedly.
We call it will build.
Yeah. For you to come here to say that he's not the right person to speak, and that's a different with you, myself, with most of you guys here, Dr. Mali and I, we are perfectly suited to talk on these issues because we hold all accountable. Look, I'm not a big size government guy. I think there are some ministries I thought, when people who profess to have this sort of vice experience in government and told us that everything was going to be okay, I thought there was going to be some austerity measures to be taken, and I have a small government. If you look at Liberia, and like what Momo said, what do we even really have? We have it there, but the system is not a problem. The country of Liberia is not a problem. The inhabitants of Liberia are the problem. We are the problem. We're seeing it in the diaspora all over. We don't want to be trusted. We don't want to be honest. 2, 3, 4 people put together to do something. One man there think he's the Mr. Know-all and want to screw other people up. But I think the government can figure out a way. There are other agencies, there are other ministries that does the same work. Why not condense this agency and make it more effective? But lately we have come to realize they consistently increase the size of government because they want to make political accommodations of their supporters. And that's fair for them to do as well. But at the end of the day, it becomes a burden on government, and they got to go out there begging other government to pay civil servants salary, dig hole, cover hole, and all of those kind of stuff. You see president traveling 24 hours just to get money. And these people give is not for nothing. They give something in return. Government gets something in return. So maybe your resources, you end up mortgaging something for kind of like which are the other players? I think it was a port or whatever, some more 30 or whatever years. Can you imagine that? And they do not even go into deal that would benefit the country. They just do it where their shadows stop because they want to be benefited.
Thank you. Moses, let me come to you. Momo, I will come to you with a specific question, which is age
Draw fresh
specific,
blood.
which is going to
The
be
CEO
age.
draw fresh blood.
Walter Carter, I'm a new farm man. I'm different now. I'm not a dictator anymore. I'm very much online to make sure that everybody have their stay, and I will protect all. Please, let's have a civil what you might call. But
Congratulations.
Moses, let me come to you. Moses, let me come to you. You heard it, CEO here.
Yeah.
Is the government the entity to create private sector by privatizing you know who that is private. I say I will be nice, but people I say private.
But but Lebron, it's simple. Just speak your vernacular.
They
No,
must,
So
no, no,
they
no.
must say
No, that's somebody,
privatization.
now private, you know.
oh, I know what you're talking about.
Did I ask you? I asked you to know what is it?
I know. What you talking about?
But anyway, you know where I'm going with that thing. So. I'm saying anything. I don't want to know how to pronounce it. As
Please
they on
ask
me.
me my question. Thank you.
Private. So let's hear from you, Moses. Is this the government that's supposed to do that, or you
Hey
think
man, how you doing?
on a very serious note,
I'm good.
Moses?
Well,
Is this the government that's supposed to actually
Yeah.
prioritize things in Liberia?
Please.
somebody's talking.
I'm sorry.
Walter
I'm
Carter,
sorry.
you got the show
And you
has
eating
changed
on top
now,
of that.
I'm you.
and you
Eating.
eating on top of it
And
also.
you talking.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, boy, one come by the power.
Well, Libra,
Wow.
let me say this.
Really? Really?
Guys, let's
Okay,
have a
CEO.
show. Folks, if you're listening, Samson told the number is open. Give us a call, and we'll bring you in. And the panel themselves, they know the rule. Go ahead, Moses. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, let me say this real quick. My thinking is this: the legislators are responsible to create the job setting for the Republic of Liberia. As in the United States, the president, when elected in this country, is limited to 4,000 political appointments. Out of that, 1,300 are top jobs requirement, okay, in the U.S. Senate area. So the administration appoints only 4,000. Do we have such? Are people thinking about such in Liberia to limit the appointments of people in the government, in the administration? There has to be a number. We need to do that. Number two is that this does not include people who are trained by LIPA. We created a department called LIPA, Liberia Public Public Service Agency. They are the one responsible to train people, test them, and get them on the general list so that when there's movement from one department to the other, they can go by that list to appoint someone who has already gone through the process of training and understand what that responsibility is so that they can exercise and do those jobs. Number two, They created the department, the Ministry of Labor.
Mostly, let me hold you right there. My people, they person looking for confusion. You listen to what he say, Mr. Tool, for how long you're gonna stay on your good side? What? And actually, I
That's why you
understood
interrupt me.
that.
Huh? If I read,
Go ahead, Moses. No, yeah, I mean, those are the comments that are coming in.
yeah,
Go ahead, Moses.
yeah. Thank you, Labor. But you see, we have the Department of Labor. At one point in time, the Liberian government had a representative working with Firestone to make sure that, because the guy who was there studied labor law and understood the middle class in the middle class, and they were under pressure. Firestone were under pressure in the 70s because this man was there. After the coup, they took him out, and he went back to ask the administration to put him there because somebody had relationships somewhere. They stopped him. I don't think today you have a representative there to advocate for the people and to create that middle class and talk about union, and that's what this country will build on the backs of unions.
Thank you, Moses. We'll
People
come
who
back to you.
advocated for these people who are providing services, especially the laborers. So the
Thank you.
Department of Labor needs to do something, and LIPA needs to train qualified people to be placed throughout the ministry.
Thank you,
But
Moses.
we
We'll
need to
come back to
limit the
you.
president's appointment or
We'll
the
come back.
administration
We'll come
appointment
back.
to a certain number.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you, Moses. We'll come back to you. And Mo, let me come to you. Like I said, it's age specific. And you being here, I believe you have served in other agencies of the United States government or what have you. But from your perspective, the fact that you have served in whatever area you have served in the United States government, and I believe those areas require certain level of discipline. So I'm going to ask you this: with you being the younger person among us here, uh, is this something that you guys, the young people, are going to have to take the lead on? And in order to be successful, how much discipline is required that all of Liberians, as young as you are, will try to emulate that particular process in order for that country to grow as a unit?
All right, thank you. So, I do work currently. I work for the Department of Labor. So I've been in government for about 10 years, over 10 years now, spending from the Department of Justice to the Department of Labor, just to the Department of Defense and the Department of Labor. So I know firsthand what it means to be a civil servant here in the U.S. And I know what it means to be a middle class citizen. We all are. I think we are in that category. But I think it's high time that the young people take their own destiny. We have to be the one to manage our own destiny now. It's about time that we take the lead, because it's about our future, right? We cannot continue. I'm not saying the older generation failed us. To some extent they did, but I believe there are some segment of the older generation that mean well for us. They are trying to prepare the the way for us. I think the mantle now should be passed. The touch should be passed onto us. Because there's no better person that can decide for us than ourselves. So I believe that the system from yesteryear has failed us. The system was not designed to allow us, the young people, to thrive. It kept us stagnated, and that's why you see a lot of young people in our society today are idle. They are doing nothing, and hence they get involved into activity that they should not be into in the first place. And I think it's no fault of their own. If you can carefully observe this administration, it's a tougher job for any government, let alone this administration, to sort of provide that enabling environment to allow young people to thrive. And I think this is something that I think stakeholders or people need to look to and see how best we can address that. And not to hold you too much. One thing I believe that the government today should be doing is to look into the diaspora. Right, there are a lot of, we do a lot of remittances from here to Liberia. Even though we can kind of produce like a diaspora equity fund or something where we look to Liberia and see which part of the economy that is struggling, that we can galvanize our resources, even if the dollar each, if we have a consensus of Liberia throughout the entire diaspora, that we can form a unit and say, you know what, we take,
Just hold on 1 minute, Mumble Land.
we would we would take hold of the issue of electricity that is constantly being a problem in our country, which is probably responsible for slowing down our economy. We should now invest into electricity. That that's why to put money together, go back home and say, you know what, we will invest in everyone who contributed to that fund to help FAM LEC will be like a shareholder. That way we can help to sort of fix some area. But instead, we'll not go anywhere because the system is not set to allow us to thrive. And this is very concerning.
Thank you. We'll come back to you. Let's hear from you, caller. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Good evening, Mr. Toll. This is Aaron Public calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Good evening, Aaron. Thank you for joining us. What do you have to talk to her about?
I just want for the CEO to clarify one thing for me. CEO, you mentioned that the CDC increased the wage bill in Liberia.
The what now? What's your
CDC increased the wage bill in Liberia, meaning CDC hire more people in Liberia than the current government.
Okay.
So I want the CEO to do his research and see where CDC left the wage bill and where it is now. Please, you can do that for me. You don't have to answer it tonight.
Okay, thank you.
I know you probably don't have the record. And then the next thing, I want to talk to, I want another clarification from Mr. Moses Singway. You know, every time Mr. Singway comes on the show, I always hear Mr. Singway says, when you people vector the right way, Mr. Singway, this is the government you guys supported. This is the most experienced government that you guys were bringing into power that you guys felt like, because, somebody who came from the sporting arena took office, he was not qualified enough to be in office. So if anything comes out about incompetency, I mean, that means the experience you guys were talking about, the government never had that experience in the first place. And lastly but not the least, Mr. Toll,
yeah, go ahead.
Prioritization, okay? And we know who you were trying to talk to. It's the same thing we were talking about. But every day you claim you used to play soccer, you did this, you did that. Mr. So, everybody will not be able to pronounce
But what when you talk, what do you mean by pronounce? Pronounce what?
I'm talking about the goal prioritization that you were trying to teach somebody. I know exactly where you were going.
But what was it? I tried to pronounce it. I can't pronounce it.
The Nessa was struggling.
I tried to pronounce it. I couldn't pronounce it. Where you think I was going? I was struggling.
I mean, articulation doesn't make you the best leader in the world. The president of the free world today.
But wait now, Aaron, hold on now, Aaron. I must say, I was struggling to try to pronounce it.
No, you wasn't. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know what you were trying to do. I watch the show every night. Sometimes I call, sometimes I use silent to call. But when statements coming out that we can debunk, then I will call to debunk them. So I just want to know. Let the CEO tell me why CDC left the wage bill, and let him tell me the current wage bill. So he will tell who increased the wage bill between the two governments. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Guys, let's go ahead and close the show.
Can I go first? I want to.
Yeah, we're gonna let you go first. Go ahead.
Gotta go run. Yeah, well, look, that's a good question, and I hope maybe Wednesday we can talk about that. Aaron, that's a legitimate concern. But I want to say kudos. I think in the last 2 days, there's a difference on this network in terms of all accepting, having a civil conversation, not talking over one another. I think is good. Hopefully, we can keep that because we have to value the audience, their time. We shouldn't get in our feelings. They have the right to question.
Mr. Soul, hold on. Can you hold on 1 minute?
Oh.
Rescue 3, let's hear from you.
Yeah, good night.
Mr. Soul, just hold on 1 minute. But Rescue 3, let's hear from you.
Hey, what's here? How you doing tonight?
Thank you.
He said, no.
Thank God you're in control because
Oh my God.
I know the present co-host came on the show. He trying to distract your attention. He thinking that tonight at their show.
Oh my God.
And I'm coming straight to the Aaron Brober's statement. Aaron Brober said that Mr. Toll made a statement that CDC increased the number of employees in the government. It is true. According to Mo Ali, when you took over the Liberal Water Square alone, Liberal Water Square had 125 housekeepers. Housekeepers just to clean the bathroom in the offices. 125. Can you imagine if more entity can have 125 just housekeepers in our medical department? And besides that, another general making on the air, and they have people who they were paying their true mobile money, they were not coming to work, people are staying home. And the present civil servant director is putting a system in place. He has created even a speed that civil servants before being employed, you got to go for the things. And the thing is someone like the JV said that we can go for here. So the entire governmental system in all Nigeria will complete mess up. The whole system up because they feel that was the only means that they could have been able to satisfy their partisan. And government who come to deliver for the good for the country, you cannot get a whole lot of people just put on the government payroll and create a whole lot of money on the government. And my second point got to do with the appointment of Ziaka tonight, because I was listening to Spunta tonight, few citizens are on Spunta, they were trying to clean Ziaka at their project. And these citizens don't want to see the person, they are shameless. I can remember when I shooting took place West Point. At the time, Ziaka was sent as the chief of staff. They called Ziaka rebel. And Ziaka was brought in under the administration of Ellen Johnson and Joseph Walker as a chief of staff of the army. Today, the Ziaka, when Ellen Johnson left Ziaka, they appointed him as defense minister and retired him from being chief of staff. And the president, who said that the vice president under Ellen, bringing that man by again and take over the DA. I don't see the reason why the people want to clean everything to be their project. And we want to be fair to our country. Professional people, when the government put them in the position to work, don't give them the chance. Don't put the politics aside because they draw issue not going to destroy the youth of the country. This is not about party. This is not about CDC, but it's about the future of the country. Thank you for the show, Board Chair.
Thank you. I just want to say something before you go. If you get something that good, everybody claiming it to be their part. Thank you very much.
Okay, Board Chair.
All right.
So let me go. These are some of the things we're talking about. People are giving special preference, and that's okay. But again, like I said, guys, I just want us to keep up that way because that will kind of help to maintain our base, our supporters, allow them to speak, and they allow them to participate. We speak one at a time. That is good. So, Liberal, you're doing a good job. If you need a bottle to get over to you to continue in any way, that's okay. We can do that. Thank you so much.
What bottle got to do it? What kind of bottle that I'm gonna need that will continue?
No, because when as soon as talk, then you go out. So we need to sell one special bottle, sir. You.
Good night, CEO. Thank you for participating tonight. We appreciate your help, as usual. As I said earlier, before you came. Hold on.
Can you read this for me before I go?
You see that?
Noisemaker rescue us.
He's too loud. That's true. He's too loud.
Walter Carter, let's hear your
Can
closing
I
by
can I
please.
close to you?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Labor. Thank you so much, Labor. So
The
look,
time.
the president appointment, if I was younger, from coming from minister, defense minister, to come down to be director for what it mean for LDA. I don't know. Maybe because at the time it's crucial. We need somebody with a strong military mind to be there. But I think he demoted that man. He should have carried him up.
Look at that kind of thing.
I
Look at
think he
Walter
demoted him.
Carter. No, I know we're closing. I know we're closing. I know we're close.
I,
Hold on,
I'm
hold on,
saying
hold on,
here
hold
to
on. No, no, no,
you.
no. I need no Walter Carter. I'll give you back your time. I'll give you back your time. This is when I come in to say you are now being intellectually dishonest. You claim to love this country, and even if someone who is a former president that have the ability to straighten certain area of the Republic of Nigeria, and even that position is beneath that person, and if that person is asked to help, and you're going to come here, that's a demotion of
So if
country.
you just give me time,
This is not a private company, and that's
if
why
you
people
just give
think
me
say you will
chance,
not
what I
come
was
by.
saying, it will be okay.
You will not come by. You
It
will
will be
not come by
okay.
because you're coming
I
that close.
said,
That will be a
I
complete
said,
disgrace. Let me hear from you.
I said, I said, the president appointment of former defense minister is a
Former chief of
demotion.
staff
Former defense minister
and
is a
chief of staff.
demotion. He was former chief of staff. He retired. He became defense minister, and left his office when Zepwaga came into office and put somebody else. He brought up bringing that man down to become a LDA, whatever position he gave him, is bringing him down. But I said, maybe at this point, maybe it's because we need some military high hand on this position. Even the military men are sitting over there, he will tell you the truth I'm saying. How can you come from being
Who
up
else is the
there and they
military
bring
man here
you down?
besides me? Who else is the military man here besides me?
Oh my God. Anyway, I'm not gonna say. So the military men are on this platform. We know him already. So that my man, so I ain't gonna go there with you. Wow. So anyway, let's talk something real.
I hope
So I
you
think the
can't bring
president.
good. You can't call me good military man. I beg you, don't start because I know I hear that G. So don't start that. Go
But
ahead, make
you good soldier. You good soldier. Left, right, left, right.
The thing you can do, then wait to stay there for 5 minutes, then you tell oh 1 minute.
But the man, yeah, the man disrupting me.
go ahead, Walter. Go
The
ahead.
old
Go
man,
ahead.
and on a serious note. So, Zanga, for me, who is military, and, ideas and ability, maybe you have to strengthen that area. But I think it was the emotion for him. I think the president should have brought
Thank you.
somebody. Why he didn't ask Mr. Samuka, who is a strong Samuka control a whole lot. He could bring Samuka over there instead of bringing,
Someone
but
got
he came
running the
some.
yellow machine. How you bring it back
But
again?
Samuka would have never agreed to bring him to LDA
Okay.
because
Thank you.
Samuka passed. They asked Samuka on spoon. Samuka, no, I've been a minister. How can I come and be a minister to come down to be a junior or person in the
Okay.
government? No.
Thank you. Thank
So
you,
I'm
Walter
just
Carter.
saying a
I'm taking your
judgment of the
picture down.
president
Thank
and stuff
you.
like that.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm taking your picture down. Let's hear from you, Dr. Madi, while we are closing.
Uh, well, I just want to tell panelist Keto that
Oh my God.
Walter
Mr.
Carter.
Mr. Daniel D. Zanka, he has the liberty to turn down the president appointment. It
Do
has
not have
not.
the liberty to speak to?
Hey, wait a minute now. Give me
Walter
chance.
Carter. I don't want to park you in the garage. Please.
Yeah, we'll try
Go
to
ahead.
put this thing in line now, Mr.
Go
Keto.
ahead, Doc. Doc. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make a point.
So what we're seeing here is that the president have the right to do his appointment. If that man know he will want a different minister and they bring him down, he had the liberty to thank the president and turn this appointment down. Now, to conclude, Labor, the issue you brought about the job issue, I will suggest that it continue next week because There are so many areas. I don't think there's a job problem in Liberia. There's a lot of problems that are going on in Liberia. I strongly believe that we should mend the civil servant with the Ministry of Labor. Secondly, the issue of job permit. We need to eradicate this thing out of our system to give preference to our qualified people in Liberia.
Thank you.
And
Well,
lastly,
we will
the
ask
issue
you
of
next week. Let me
the
just say
issue
this here.
of
We will ask you next week to expand on that and give us more understanding from your perspective on this issue. Go ahead.
Then finally, to close, Mr. Tule was talking about the young people. They're not giving them a chance. How can we give the young people chance when the young people are growing up in a corrupt system, and some of them have become
That was
corrupt?
created by the old people.
Yes.
Okay.
Then these very young people now, they are master of the game. Then we're talking about giving power to them. What power? You see, the young people themselves, they shot themselves in the legs in
There was
Liberia.
who overthrew you again.
Yeah.
You will not give up power
So
freely.
how
What
can
will
the young
happen?
people come again? Like, for instance, President, we have been leading the young people. How much help he ever gave those very young people?
Oh,
Zero.
okay.
The very
Thank
young
you.
people have become young, corrupt apprentices in the system.
Walter Carter, please mute yourself. Thank you.
Culture, you
man
got
is
to protect
anti-young
me.
people.
Walter
Labor,
Carter,
you got to
Walter
protect
Carter.
me.
But yeah, I'm gonna mute him. Go ahead, Dad. Wrap it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
finally, I agree with Tule, but the young people have to put their house in order. Other than
Tule,
that, the corrupt old politician will continue to take the lead.
okay. Tule, let's hear from you 1 minute, please, and then Moses will take off.
Okay, yeah. So thank you again for the show. So the assertion by Keto saying that the appointment of Major General retired Zanga to the position of Director General of the LDE is a demotion. I totally disagree with you. And look, we as military personnel are trained to be on the front line, right? The war against drugs is a war against the war. Let me speak.
I tell you asleep.
The
No,
war.
Moses, can you mute yourself, guys? If you're not speaking yet, go ahead.
The war on drugs is the war against the state. You know, the president said drugs is an existential threat to our existence, and it's our number one public enemy. We were trained as military people to be on the front line to fight these things. So Daniel Zanga is a trained military guy who knows what it means to be on the front line to fight any enemy that is both foreign and domestic. So we're seeing the drugs as both foreign and domestic threat to our country. Who's best to serve in that role to dismantle the cartel? Remember, I said on the show that the issue of drugs, and maybe some of you guys can set me right. I said we need the military to intervene, right? I said this here before, and to the goodness of God, the president saw it fit to bring a guy who is well trained to face any external or internal aggression. And this is what the president has done. So we should give kudos to the president. This is not a demotion. It's rather a lateral move. It's the same job that those guys who are in the conventional army to fight against, or fight conventional war. It's the same type of war, just that different sort of substance that they're chasing. We are going after drug. And drug cartel, those people are like people who, if they are established, they can form their own sort of base in the country and rebel against a sitting government. So this is the right move by this president to hire someone who is highly competent in order to help dismantle this cartel that have already been established in our country. So I want to say thank you to the president for hiring again. And I know him personally. I know Major General Zanka personally as a big brother. We grew up in Lakpasi. We played soccer together. He's a big brother, and I know he's overly qualified to handle this thing, and I know he's going to do best for our country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. We appreciate all of you again tonight. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have you guys here. But I just want to say this here before we leave to all of us. This platform, as I think many of you now know, that it is a platform that allows all of us to express ourselves freely. Um The CEO run away from us. Don't ask for CEO right now. I'm the CEO. I'm the board chair. I'm everything right now. No, but on a very serious note, one of the things that I have issue with lately is to come out on the platform and try to litigate whatever it is that we're unsatisfied with. The CEO has set up a system where if you have issue against each other, any other partners, if you have issue, you can go in the background on the platform and express yourself. Or if you do that, most likely you will be answered on the platform. But I think what we need to stay out of when we come here to have a discussion, let us have a true discussion. Let us not try to make this area where people will come and justify what they do and what they don't do. It's not occurring well for us. Some of us that have the tendency to try to explain and have the tendency to say I'm not changing my position and things like that. We all look bad. I have my sister here that she wasn't complaining, but there are people on this platform that we don't even see. They take this platform as a Liberian viewer, but when they go to work, they share it at their job site on a big screen where other people from other country will come and watch. So if we come out here and taking 15, 20 minutes to justify what we do and what we don't do, it's not boasting well for us. So I'm saying to all of us, I'm sure Moses will probably replay it. We'll explain that again tomorrow. Let us try to be mindful of that. We try to do our best here to make sure we have good conversation, and I also will do my best. I think that I find it very much, and I'll be the first to say here, think that I come here to pronounce. I'm a detector, and I'm this and that. Other people take it literally. Where for me it's a joke, but other people, other viewers don't see it that way. For example, this young lady shared this stuff, and when I made that statement, she said her friends decided, well, I don't think I want to watch that, and that's not good for us as well. So I will try to. I'm not promising anything, but I will try to moderate my own assertion and what have you. There will come time we will have a disagreement. There's no question asked. But I think the fact that we go around, I'm getting a little bit older now, so I'm not a dictator. I'm a liberal. But when I say those things, it's meant to be in a joking manner. But people are taking it literally. I have no ounce of dictatorship on me, except when it comes to better yellow people. Then I say I'm a dictator. Other than that, I'm not. Let me say to
Confession
all
is
of
good for
you,
the soul.
Libra, you always come on the show and don't send me
Still
the
causing
link.
problem.
Libra,
you
you
can see,
always don't send me the link. I don't know why.
I just coming to say, when I complain, you come and complain now.
No, but you didn't send me the link. You always do that
But
on your show.
who you calling a Bella Yala people? You say you still causing problem. You calling a Bella Yala people?
Confession, but you better yell. You don't want to better yell. You always do a
Yeah,
better. You my on
yeah.
firing
No,
squad. You know,
Libra,
gun
you're doing a
somebody.
good job. Libra, you're doing a
Yeah.
good job. We know we support you. You know what I mean? When you come on, we come on. You know. The
Yeah.
other
Okay,
people, when other people come on,
look
come
at my
on,
brother.
they be
Why you
attacking you.
patronizing?
An Napoleon detector. That's
That's
good.
complete patronage you doing right now. Patronage. You can
All
promote the
right.
liberal. What
So,
you
I got
doing?
that
so,
up.
What
but
kind of preacher he doing?
I would say thanks to all of
All
you.
right, guys. Good night.
Let's meet tomorrow again. Please join me so we can have our conversation.
All
Good
right, good
night.
night.
Liberal,
Well,
great show, yeah. Great show, liberal. Great
great
show.
show to you too. I will fix that picture of you, and I will put phone on the side of it so that when you're speaking, so we can put a picture and people know who you are. So if this is the only picture you want to see, I don't mind. If you want to see any other picture, please send that to me. All right. Let me take this color. Caller, the show is over, but since we respect many of you, what is it on your mind? Let's hear from you.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let me say thank you. I've been following. Unfortunately, I couldn't call at the time because of the busy schedule. But thank you so much for giving me the grace period. And let me say thanks to your panelists as always. Today, some of us read the information relative to the whether be it dismissal of the LDEA boss, Mr. Figueroa Biago, and etc. For some of us, this is not strange. From the very onset of this particular drug saga, we said it from the beginning because we had people in the system, or we still have people in the system that continue to feed us with information. And we said that Mr. Vegero was not somebody who was clean. We said it from the beginning. So the action today of the president, it is not something that, we should yield, we should praise. What we are saying, for you to allow Fegera to go, and then the man who is the almost like the king, that is Gregory Cuomo, is still there causing all of the damage and directing things. We think that this particular approach by the president is just a small screen approach, and we are calling on the president to be serious in the fight against drugs. The appointment of Mr. Zianga, let me say to people who are hearing this, for some of us, we believe that under the WIA-led government, he brought in some of the best brains. The people who they condemn and say they were incompetent, these people were not doing nothing. Now, these are the people that Mr. Bueka is not going for. Can you imagine? The people who they condemn and say, oh, the people were not doing nothing, the people they were incompetent. We have brought incompetent people. How can not the Bueka going for incompetent people to come bring them? And the same Unity Party people praising the incompetent people that they said yesterday they were incompetent. You see deception, you see hypocrisy. We want to believe that this president must use this occasion to even recuse himself.
Thank you.
We will call on the international community to recuse himself because his family is deeply involved in this particular situation. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. Join us tomorrow again, Prince Sharif. That's the voice of Prince Sharif, one of the highest supporters of CDC, a high, strong-minded CDC as well. Benevolent dictator. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We really do appreciate it. Please join us again tomorrow, where we will continue to bring these kinds of conversation with you guys. We'll do our best to make sure that this platform is something that you're proud of and want to watch all the time. We appreciate all of you. We'll say good night to all of you. And let's continue to pray for one another. Good night, folks.